Oh yeah.
For sure.
You see, the
Easy.
thing, but what you saying is he earned this ticket. SGA did.
Oh, yes, he
You saying
did.
they gonna give it to Mitchell?
Uh-huh.
You know, kind of like they gave somebody this number one pick. I ain't gonna say too
I knew
much.
it. I knew
I ain't gonna say too much, man. You seen where I was going with it. You seen it.
Uh,
You seen it.
we both saw it.
That's
I was just like,
because and with the number one pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks. Um, Let me introduce this topic before I get personal. So the Dallas Mavericks won the 2025 NBA draft Monday, securing the number one pick. Some would say they captured the flag. The 2 day draft is in June. It starts June 25th through the 26th. It's going to be in Brooklyn. Kind of interesting, right? It's going to be in Brooklyn. Look what they did. Gave the Mavericks the number one pick in Brooklyn. Anyway, fella, the media, social media, I don't know. Anybody that's close to what they seen last night was saying what's going on, the conspiracy theories. I tried to get a tinfoil hat, but my wife, she stopped me. She said, look, we got the terrorists and stuff going on. We need this aluminum foil. You don't be using it for the show. I was like, come on, it's gonna be great. The tinfoil hat is gonna be great. But I'll save it for another day. I'm gonna hit the dollar store, fellas. I got y'all. And I gotta ask you, is the lottery fixed? You see the background. I ain't a Commanders fan. You know, I root for every home team except for them. Some people may ask me why. I'll tell you a story on another day, or you click and become an all-star member and you can see the interviews, you know, from when we started R2L. I'll tell y'all why. Yes, it's fixed. It's been fixed before LeBron went on Pat McAfee and told y'all it was fixed. It was fixed when the Knicks got Patrick Ewing. It was fixed. The fix be in. The NBA has to find a way to keep the big markets played. Now that's just me feeding into what everybody was saying on social media. When it comes down to percentages and ping pong balls, is at the end of the day, your life is just like it's like a raffle ticket when you walk into the carnival. You can grab one, they might call your number. You may be a billionaire and they say, hey man, you just want a Corvette. Or you may just be a guy who's working a 9 to 5, you know, dropping fries, and then you might win a Corvette. You never know. But what the NBA proved to me last night, when they said the three teams that want to combine 54 games will be awarded the 4, 5, and 6 pick, they showed me that they're tired of y'all tanking and they're proving their point and saying, look, you want to get a pick, then you got to show us you want to be competitive. Or you got to trade your best player to the Lakers and just say, hey, we're going to shake the NBA up. That's just some things that's happening. But they're tired of the tanking. And they're going to keep finding ways to do stuff like this when the Mavericks was a playing team. Meanwhile, I watched the Wizards games, and there was times during the last 3 minutes you could see a flip switch, or maybe after the second half, they say, you know what, let the youngins do their thing. We got a plan here. But after the process, the NBA is tired of it, and they're gonna find a way to keep giving these teams because the Spurs got the number 2 pick. We already know what they built down there. They done took Fox from the Kings, but I'm not gonna get on my soapbox. But the NBA is just upset, and this is their way of trying to fight back. That's what I think. So yes, it's fixed, but they're fixing it for a bigger purpose, if you ask me. Joe, you was there. I just showed up just to flip a card. How you feeling?
Man, I never want to go here when it comes to sports, but I really believe it's fixed, though. I really believe it's fixed. Like, first of all, like you said, Tomo, LeBron James going to the Cavaliers. Are you serious? Like, come on, let's be real. The Chicago Bulls had the 15th worst record. They had a worst chance to win the lottery, and they win it when Derrick Rose was there, who's from Chicago. Are you serious? Michael Jordan retires. In the following year, the Bulls get the number one pick. Are you serious? Wemby's available, and the Spurs? Come on now. It got to be fixed. The Mavericks have never won a number one overall pick. Never. They say you have a better chance for a college player to make it to the NFL than the Mavericks get a number one overall pick. And that's what happened. The Dallas Mavericks, well, like you said, were a playing team. We lost to them. So I got to ask myself, if we would have beat the Mavericks, we would have got Cooper Flag. No, because we're the Kings. It was somewhere else. Exactly, as far as accusations, we would never got the number one pick. We would have went somewhere else. So I hate to fall into this game like, oh, it's fixed. bro. Fact that they said it backstage, they don't even show us the part when they grab the ball. It's like, yo, you just really just pulling out a card. Can you show me that y'all are like? Can y'all? I don't want to say it. Wow, that's crazy. Can y'all show me that y'all are actually, gathering the ping pong lottery things? All right, you know what I'm trying to say?
It's a card, bro. I'm gonna help you out. They just probably they rally and then they just pick a card up. Just show us the card, or show us how you
come
get to
on,
the
man,
card.
like put everything on the table, mix it up. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, show everybody. Like, this is mix it up, and then boom, show us the action. Don't just show us the winning ticket. No, I don't believe it. See, the problem the NBA can't do what the NFL does because it's too many games. 82 games. Bama's be tanking. It's easy to tank in an 82 game season, but in NFL, you always feel like you got a chance until maybe like week 10. Week 10 is like, you like the Panthers or something like that. You know what, right? I ain't gonna do you like that.
Week 10.
Huh?
Week 10 with the Panthers? It was like week 5 with them, man. I don't know. It was like week 5. They like, we can go ahead. What?
You
it was week 6 for us.
I know us. Like we had hope all the way into the trade deadline. That was like week 8. So that's I guess like 2 years ago. So you got hope until a certain point. But NBA, bro, you can just tank. Like look at your roster in the NBA and say, yeah, we ain't gonna do nothing this year. Let's tank. So it's fixed. I'm gonna say it's fixed.
I'm gonna say it's fixed for a different reason. Because the Miami Heat should have had that pick. If we lost that game to the Hawks to the play-in tournament, that was our pick that they got. And I guarantee you, if the Miami Heat would have got that pick, we wouldn't have got the number 1 overall pick. I guarantee.
I'm with you on that.
I guarantee you, Miami Heat wouldn't have got it. Miami Heat hasn't been able to get a superstar since Dwayne Wade got drafted. If you look at that, look at the draft since then. The best we've gotten since then is Bam and Tyler Hero. Look at all the draft we had since then. We haven't had much of anything since then.
Come on,
that's
now,
crazy.
Dog.
That's
Come
crazy.
on, man.
I remember when we got Norris Cole and people were celebrating that. I said, the only reason why it's good because we got LeBron and Dwayne Wade on the team. Norris Cole by himself ain't gonna do much. This man is in China now, winning championships in China. I mean, the man is Stephon Marbury over there. He ain't nothing. Like, come on, man. I mean, we have Mario Chalmers. I mean, how great was he? He was good with Kansas, but I mean, he ain't do much like that in the NBA. We had Michael Beasley, great in Kansas. You know, we all know Michael Beasley will cook somebody one-on-one. We know he has a one-on-one type game, but it just didn't work out in the NBA. He was great with Kansas State, but he just couldn't do much in it. It just wasn't working out. But that's why I think it's fixed, because the Miami Heat had it right there. So much for Heat coaching. Heat coaching comes up at the wrong time when we need y'all to lose the game so we can have 2 first-round picks, which would have added assets. So if we wanted to get a Kevin Durant or wanted to go get a Giannis, we would have the assets to get it. Now we just got 1. We just got 1 for this year, and it's the 20th overall pick. Who wants that?
Emotional damage.
Come on.
I thought I felt bad.
Come on, man. I can't believe it. Once they got the pick, I was sick. I was more upset than you, Tomo, and I know you got a top 6 pick, so I know you was upset. But I was just like, man, look, we could have been right there. That was us. We could have had the flag and Miami. Come on, man. I mean,
from Duke too, you be loving that, Dave.
I would have been hype, and now I don't know who we gonna get.
Just don't give it to the end of the game.
Before you
I do want to say J-Mo's right. The Chris Paul got traded to the Clippers, and then the Hornets got the number 1 pick and got Anthony Davis.
Yeah, man. It's like you get a superstar. We traded. Oh, I know why we didn't get it. We traded away Jimmy Butler. He ain't a superstar. There's your answer, Joe. There it is. That's the clear answer right there. We traded away Jimmy. He ain't a superstar, so we ain't gonna give him nothing. There you go, right there.
Y'all too good to lose, man.
Right there, exactly. Right there, there.
You know what really scuffs my New Balances about this now?
What?
The Wizards didn't get the number 1 pick until Gilbert Arenas brought guns in the locker room. You see what we got to do to get the number 1 pick? I just thought about it. I was watching a documentary the other day, and as soon as y'all said that, that's the
Man,
last
maybe
time the
somebody in
Wizards got
Miami
the
needs some
number one
kind of
pick.
scandal or something. Somebody need to do something the same thing that Anthony Edwards doing. All these baby mamas or something. I don't know what's going on, man. But
What's up your New Balances, Tomo? Right, that's what
Yeah, man. You would hate to get the fresh gray one, and then they scuff. Oh my goodness! Another
Fact.
thing, right after they do that, I stepped in some mud right after the scuff. I keep seeing these come out where they say the Wizards was one ping pong ball away from.
Stop. How we know?
that's cap. That's cap.
Come on, man.
Cap. That's
We had
cap.
Wemby. It was Wemby, Zion, and now Cooper. They say, oh, if the ball would have turned over with a 6, then the Wizards would have got the number 1 pick. I'm like, so out of the 14% chance compared to the 1.8 that the Mavericks had, you telling me it just rolled that way? It's all good.
Bro, you know what it should be? I really think for the draft, it's my idea I'm gonna throw out there. Like to be real, I think it should be this. And I would think about doing this for the fantasy league. You take like all the teams that who are really bad, like who didn't make the play in, right?
Like MILF runners.
For real, like there's like 11 through 14. Is it 14, right? Or 15? 11 through 15?
14. What?
So is it 4 extra teams or whatever it is? And you do a tournament. Literally, for the number 1 pick. Like for real, like you do a tournament or something like that. Like at the end of the season, you do a lotto tournament, and then the winner takes it off. Point blank. That's how I look at it. But you can't be in the play-in. You gotta fall out the play-in to do that.
So if you're
and then also to make it fair, for you to play in the game, you have to play a certain amount of games. You have to be a game minimum that you play in the regular season, a minimum of 50 games, maybe. If you don't play a minimum of 50 or 60 games, whatever, you can't even play in this tournament to get the number 1 seed. Because dudes gonna try to tank and not play their players, and then try to win the tournament. They try to play. Nah, bro. If you don't play 60 games or more, you ain't playing this tournament. You're gonna stick with the sorry team you had all year.
I like that idea. It's only how they gonna market that, because they like the team already sucks. So why am I out to watch them try to fight for a number 1 pick?
What? You a fan? What?
Oh, if you a fan, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But if you're not a fan, you like
imagine the Lakers lose and not get to play in. The whole NBA gonna root for him to get Cooper Flag. Oh, the Lakers gotta win it. They don't want to win away for Cooper Flag. Come on now. That would get so very good. No, the Lakers, they might get bounced in the first round. But you know what I'm saying?
You knew you was gonna take a shot.
I do have to say this though. Because if you look at it, this actually helps teams from tanking. Yeah. Because if you look at it, the teams with the worst record have not won since this rule changed. Since this happened, the worst teams have not gotten the number 1 overall pick.
That's why I gotta start winning games at the end of the season. Talking about, you like, you know what? We ain't gotta be the worst record and the worst team. Like, y'all start winning games till the end of the year.
No, I put 2 and 2 together. The Mystics and the Wizards both had another first round pick. You know, the Mystics had like 3 in the first round. So they said, y'all got 3 picks. What you need the number 1 for? We're going to give it to them. The Wizards, shout out to Ja Morant and them for making the playoffs, because now we got the 18th pick in the first round. So they're like, y'all going to have 2. You could take 6. It's cool. You can be a 6. Nonsense, man. That's why I said trade the pick. You might as well trade it at this point.
And then Tom, but they ain't even not only that the Mystics got 3 first round picks. One of the first round picks is out for the year.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
This last thing I want to say. It's like if you a Wizards fan, right?
Like we would have had paid.
Or Detroit last 5 years. It's like you wait all season for this moment. And the moment is legit like 3 minutes. It's like a 5-minute moment.
And it gets snatched right from under you.
And then they go right to commercial break after they say the 6th pick. They go right to commercial. So now you gotta sit here and listen to a Burger King commercial or Will Ferrell singing, and you like, bro, why do we have the 6th pick? Like, why do I do this to myself?
And you so mad. You like, no, I want to know who getting this first pick. So you sit and watch the whole thing. And you find out it was a Mavericks, the best team in the tag on lottery. It's like, what the heck?
Oh, yeah. Bashing Bradley Beal for this? Like,
They
I'm
legit the
done.
best team in the lottery, bro.
Facts. They were a game away. They were a game away in the play-in from making the playoffs, and they
And
get
it's
the
not
number one overall pick.
now. I could see like if they traded Luka and didn't get AD back, they got a bunch of role players, and then the Kyrie situation happened. Hopefully he getting well, but you lose their best player, so you're like, you know what? They need to bounce back, but they got AD and Kyrie, and now
You
they
know
about to
what
capture the flag.
Tomo, you know what happened? We need the Lakers to be relevant, bro. I'm about to come out the door. Go ahead and give them Luka. We'll make sure I get Cooper flag. That's what happened.
Don't worry about it. Nico was just sitting there. That's why Nico kept showing his face. He said, I got something for y'all. Y'all can cuss me out all you want. Watch what happened in June. Watch what happened.
Get that face, bro.
That's what they get for not getting John Paul a big man. Let's go to the next topic, man.
Yeah, go top.
They did. Everybody eats. That was a whole nother saga there, too. You see what I'm saying?
And they got nowhere with Gortat. That's crazy.
I mean, they swept the Bulls and all that much. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. We used to beat up on Jimmy.
Toronto.
Actually, that's what Jimmy a superstar, man. We made him the player he is today. All right, you can swing back in this next topic, man, because this is gonna be a good one.
That's disrespectful.
Because this is definitely gonna be a good one.